Let me say at the outset that Mr. Ritz will be before this committee for questions from all senators and have an opportunity to respond. Senator Blackburn asked for this special privilege of speaking out of turn, and I gave it to her and extended her time an additional 2 or 3 minutes in an effort to accommodate her in a fair fashion. Let me say at the outset, Mr. Ritz has been judged by the American Bar Association. To judge him and his prospective nomination, they contacted attorneys in the area as well as judges. Their conclusion, unanimously well qualified. Unanimously well qualified. If that sounds different than what you just heard, it is. Second, I want to address this notion that we have some kind of backroom deal here. The senator has been selective in talking about the facts that led to this nomination. Let me tell you the history. It takes a minute or two, but it's worth it. As many of you may know in this room, blue slips are literally blue slips of paper issued by this committee as a courtesy in order to seek input from colleagues on nominees from their home states. During the Obama administration, Senator Leahy chaired the committee and honored blue slips for both circuit and district court nominations. If a senator did not return a blue slip for a nomination from his state or her state, that individual nominee did not move forward. That was the tradition under Senator Leahy. As a result, Senate Republicans held multiple circuit seats open during the Obama administration that President Trump later filled. Both parties do that. But when Senate Democrats expressed reservations with President Trump's picks for circuit seats in their states, Senate Republicans reversed their thinking. They did away, the Republicans when they were in charge, did away with blue slips for circuit court vacancies and held hearings on 18 circuit court nominees who did not receive blue slips from their home state senators. I objected at the time, as did many of my colleagues, but we also repeatedly warned the Republicans were establishing new ground rules when it came to blue slips for circuit court judges. I've said it many times, there cannot be one set of rules for Republican nominees and another for Democratic nominees. So today and throughout this session, I am following the same standard the Senate Republicans set. Senate Republicans confirmed a nominee to the Third Circuit after the Trump White House refused to let Democratic home state senators even meet with him. Another Third Circuit nominee was informed that he would be nominated weeks before the Trump White House had a single conversation about the vacancy with Senator Casey of Pennsylvania. And the Trump White House counsel informed Senator Baldwin of Wisconsin during their very first conversation about a Seventh Circuit vacancy at the White House that they'd already selected a nominee without her knowledge. That doesn't seem like much consultation to me, but Senate Republicans said it was plenty. Given that history, the White House consulted with the Tennessee senators on this very vacancy, significantly more than precedent requires. The White House has been discussing this Senate seat with the Tennessee senators since August of 2023. They exchanged names of potential candidates in October of 2023. Mr. Ritz interviewed with members of the Tennessee senators' staffs in both October and November 2023. The White House counsel's office interviewed the Tennessee senators' suggested candidates in November of 2023. The White House then gave the Tennessee senators the opportunity to choose from 3 candidates, including Mr. Ritz. The Tennessee senators refused to do so. The White House also repeatedly offered the Tennessee senators the opportunity to interview Mr. Ritz. Senator Blackburn did not take them up on the offer until March of this year, and Senator Haggerty did not conduct an interview of Mr. Ritz until yesterday. My Democratic colleagues would have been grateful to receive such courtesy from the Trump White House. But what did Senator Blackburn offer instead? Calling this a backroom deal. Senators Blackburn and Haggerty may have preferred another individual for the vacancy, but consistent with precedent set by former Republican chairs of the committee, we will proceed with the hearing for Mr. Ritz.